What's cracking, guys? Bruce Madsen, your host of the show of Metric Scout Fantasy Football, and today I'm dropping my rookie quarterback rankings for right now. Haven't really got the chance to really dig in this offseason. Been watching these guys throughout their collegiate careers, have a good feel of them, but I have not put the fine jeweler's glass on for these quarterbacks just yet. Some of these guys I got some film studies on in the archives. You want to check them out, look them up. But really, just want to drop some ranks so you guys have a feel of what to look for these quarterbacks. With that being said, let's dig into it. All right, the first quarterback in my quarterback rankings is Matt Corral from Ole Miss. Age 22, 6'1", 205 pounds. We had a scare in his bowl game. We thought he tore his ACL, but it's just a sprained ankle. He should be fine this offseason for pre-draft activities. Played 67.7% of his passes, had a 77.2 adjusted completion rate. Pretty solid. What I like about him is he can throw the ball over the yard. He's got a good, strong, accurate pass. He can get it downfield. Looks good doing it. Also has a little bit of rushing production. He'll give you a little bit of floor. Passed for 8,281 yards and 57 touches during his career at Ole Miss. He's been productive. He can sling it all over the yard and is a decent quarterback. He'll also get that first-round draft capital. Is he a generational talent? He's not, but he does have enough of the goods to get it done at the NFL level, especially in the right situation. My number 2 quarterback that I have on my board right now, and I imagine he'll either stay there or move up because I do like him a lot, is Sam Howell from North Carolina. He's 21 years old, 6'1", 215 pounds. He broke out during his freshman season. I remember watching him as a freshman, being amazed of some of the passes he could complete downfield, and then seeing the reassurances from the other draft, NFL draft gurus on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, talking him up as well. He had 3 straight 3,000-yard passing season. This year, though, lost some of his weapons, so he had to put the team on his back. He showcased that rushing production, rushed for 828 yards, and he has good accuracy downfield. He can fit the ball in the tight windows. I like watching this guy play. Sam Howell, though, is one of my top quarterbacks. My third quarterback on this list, and mind you, we're playing Dynasty Fantasy Football. We need quarterbacks that can be QB1s in fantasy, not the best quarterback for our football team that we're trying to make. It's for a fantasy football team, and that's why I'm going with Malik Willis here from Liberty. Age 22, 6'1", 225 pounds. This guy is a magician. This guy can make the craziest throws downfield, highlight reel passes, John Elway-esque throws in his prime. The next play or a couple plays later, he may look like a chicken with his head cut off, but his upside is so grand. Also has the rushing upside. 2,131 rushing yards on his career. He's passed for 47 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. He can get it done through the air. He can get it done on the ground. And that rushing upside, that rushing floor that he gives you is going to help your fantasy teams. It's going to give you that stability. It also is going to give you a chance to have a QB1. In 2 QB leagues, super flex leagues, a guy like this that can supersede, outproduce his draft capital, something that you're going to want on your Dynasty Fantasy Football team. My 4th quarterback off the board here, my 4th ranked QB is Kenny Picket from Pitt. And he had a big senior year this year, passing for 4,319 yards, 42 touchdowns. Just went gangbuster. He's a 5th-year senior. He's a little older. He's 23 years old. 6'3", 220 pounds. He does have some mobility. Almost all these quarterbacks, except for one that I'm talking about, has mobility. He's not a Konami code rusher, though, but he can extend the play. He can pick up some yards here and there on the ground, which is good enough for us. Gives us a little bit of a rushing floor. He can spin the ball downfield, has good accuracy, good touch, just like the other quarterbacks. I like him. I think he's going to get first-round draft capital, maybe even the first quarterback selected. Really depends on how Big Draft likes him. Kenny Pickett, though, had a great year, made himself a lot of money during his 5th-year senior season. The next quarterback on my list is Carson Strong from Nevada. He's 22 years old, 6'4", 215 pounds. I think he has the strongest arm in the draft right now. He can sling that ball downfield, stand tall, and really deliver it. However, he's not a mobile quarterback. He's a statue. He does not give us that rushing production. I think he can get decent draft capital due to the arm, due to his production at Nevada. Also has some knee injuries that we need to be aware of. I'm not scared of it. I think he's going to be fine. I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. I'm more concerned about the lack of mobility, though. That's really not going to give us the floor that we want in fantasy, but that strong arm, his ability to fit that ball downfield, his ability to sling that rock could allow him to get drafted higher than expected. The last quarterback on my list, I'm going to give you an extra one today because I feel like I have to talk about the 6th quarterback in my top 5 QB rankings is Desmond Ritter, quarterback from Cincinnati. He's 22 years old, 6'3", 207 pounds. He had 4 great seasons in Cincy, passed for 10,239 yards and 87 touchdowns. He's also mobile. He's not a Konami code quarterback, but he can get you enough rushing production to really elevate you into QB1 status. Draft capital is going to matter with this guy. There's a chance he can get selected high. There's also a chance that he pitfalls in the draft. We don't know. We don't know how the NFL is going to like him. It's hard to get a good gauge on him considering he's from Cincinnati, a technically smaller school, didn't play against top-tier competition too often. He does give us some intangibles. He can throw the ball downfield a little bit, make quick decisions, and has a little bit of rushing production. From a fantasy football aspect, if he gets decent draft capital and gets the opportunity to play, there could be something here. The risk isn't that bad considering I got him at QB6. At the highest, most people will have him at QB5, maybe 4. He's not really going to be that expensive of a rookie if he doesn't hit in fantasy. But overall, when I look at this quarterback class, it's not an elite group. We got some goods here. We got some things that could happen that can really transcend some of our fantasy teams. But we also got some players that might not work out that well. It's a weird year for the quarterback spot. I like Sam Howell probably the best. I like Matt Corral for his upside, his mobility. And Kenny Pickett, I'm a little leery on, but I can see how he can really become a good asset for an NFL team. Malik Willis, I love the upside. I love watching him play. I love watching him spin the ball. And I really hope he goes to the right team that can develop his skill set. This quarterback class is very interesting. Let me know in the comments what you think about these quarterbacks. Who's your favorite? Who do you hate? Is there somebody else that wasn't mentioned in this class? Bailey Zapp, maybe, that you wish was in the top 5. Let me know in the comments. You tell me. But I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep going over this content to help you out for your Dynasty drafts and everything else. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.